Yo, what's up? This is Lil Maitreya, the Longevity Institute. Live long enough to live forever, part two. I wanted to talk a little briefly about myself. I'm a hip hop artist, futurist, um, and I wanted to talk a little bit about how I became an artist, how I got into futurism, and who inspired me to get into futurism and combine futurism with hip hop. Uh, Back in the day, a couple of years ago, I used to go to a health food store in New York City called Lifetime, and I was sitting there eating, and I seen a magazine that caught my eye. It was called the Life Extension magazine. So I picked it up, and it had Ray Kurzweil, a guy named Ray Kurzweil's face on it. And so I picked it up, I read it, I took it home. Um, I was introduced to not only Ray Kurzweil, but to Life Extension Foundation. Life Extension Foundation is a supplement company, a research company that sells supplements and uses that money to research aging. I'm wearing all this protective gear because number one, uh, I'm dedicating this show to all the healthcare workers in the world who fighting the coronavirus. So I'll be doing the whole show with this. I'm also a healthcare worker by day. So yeah, let me just let you see the how this, Life Extension magazine look. I don't have that Life Extension copy anymore at this house. It's somewhere else. Maybe at another time I can find it, or I can get a copy from Life Extension and I'll show you guys. But the Life Extension magazine looks like this. Life Extension. It has all this information on how to stay healthy, articles on with and interviews on people, articles on health, a lot of interesting stuff. So this is how it looks, and that's how I got interested in Life Extension. It had a guy named Ray Kurzweil who's an inventor and a futurist, and who was a big AI guy who graduated from MIT. His mentor was Marvin Minsky. Marvin Minsky was the founder of the MIT Artificial Intelligence Lab. Um, and he's come up with the invention keyboard, synthesizer keyboard, which mimics live instruments. He worked with Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder called him a prophet, by the way. He's won numerous awards. I think in 2015 he won a Grammy for his technological feats, mainly because of his keyboards, uh, his synthesizers. He's an author, and he came out with a couple of movies. The Singularity is Near, The Transcendent Man. Actually, I met him at his screening at the Transcendent Man, and that's when I got the idea to educate hip hop about futurism and life extension. And so I also bought his book called The Singularity is Near. Got up now. Singularity is Near. I hope you can see it. When humans transcend biology. So this is a great book. Yeah, Bill Gates called him the best at predicting the future with artificial intelligence. He has another book. I have all his books, by the way. I just have to dig for them. They're in my library. I have this. He has another book called The Spiritual Machines, where he predicts that the greatest chess master will be defeated by AI, which happened actually. Um, he talks about a time in 2045 when there'll be a big merger between artificial intelligence and humans. He says that this big thing is about his idea of accelerating in terms and technology moving at exponential rates. So every year, technology doubles in power and speed. And so he also talks about using nanomedicine. Nanomedicine is artificial intelligence technology, 1 billionth of a meter. And He talks about nanomedicine and re-engineering the human, the human being to live longer, healthier lifespans. So I feel like every hip hopper should read this book if you want to get up, um, if you want to get up on where the technology is going, instead of being scared of microchips and then implanting microchips and all this stuff. Yeah, all technology can be used as a weapon, or it can be used to help you. It can be used humanely. It all depends on how you use it. It's like fire. Fire can heat your home or cook with it or burn your house down. So does that mean that fire is a bad thing innately? No, it's the use of it. So, what was I? Oh, he also came up with a book called Create the Mind, which is a good book. I have that book here. I haven't read it yet. But it's in my library. Eventually, I'll get to it. And so, Transcendent Man is like a bio about his life. And, he graduated from MIT. He created all these companies. He invented the speech to text technology. Text to speech technology. Excuse me. He created a lot of stuff for the blind. A lot of inventions for the blind. Man, it's incredible. He's won numerous awards. Yeah. Definitely was inspired by Ray Kurzweil. Look him up. Look him up on YouTube. He has a lot of talks about. He's very serious about extending the lifespan. I think he's like 72 now. He's also signed up with Alcor, which is a cryonics company out in Arizona. Oh no, actually, it's in Arizona, based in Arizona. And cryonics is taking your body to liquid nitrogen temperatures when you declare death. When you declare that you died, the alcohol comes and gets you, put some cryoprotectants in you, bring your body down to liquid nitrogen temperatures, and store you in a thing called a dua, which can put your body in biological rest indefinitely. So in the future, they can reanimate you with science and technology. So it's basically an experiment. We don't know how the experiment is going to go. The technology is not there yet. What we think will be able to reanimate people is nanomedicine, nanobots going into your system and correcting not only with the element that puts you in that situation, but able to reverse the aging process as well. So to cure you of whatever disease you had, and also nanomedicine will be able to reverse the aging process. That's what we think. That's what some of us think. And so I also, after reading The Singularity is Near and reading all his books, actually, I don't even think this is the first book. The first book I read was Spiritual Machines, which I have somewhere in my library. I wish I could have got it for this video, but digging through my books is crazy because I have a lot of big library. It's not like I have a shelf here, so pretty hard to find these books. But yeah, after reading some of his books, meeting him at his screening for the movie Transcendent Man, and having a talk with him, he said the hip hop is the biggest thing in the world, right? And that's when I got a light bulb went in my head and said, you know what? I'm gonna bring my culture. I'm gonna create a bridge, bring my culture, hip hop, and show them just a different character and culture. You know what I'm saying? Show them rap about futurism, reversing the aging process. It may sound corny to some, but some people are gonna feel it, and more people are gonna feel that way eventually. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't rap about the hip hop keeps rapping about the same thing, the same thing, the same thing. Excuse me. Everybody raps about the same thing. The culture itself will die. If we don't expand the culture and take it to the next level, the whole culture will die. Believe it. You know. So I think the first song I did after that was with AZ, an artist from Harlem. You know, believe it or not, with uh, he was in a group called Mob Style, and me and him did a record called Frosty Snowman and the Time Ship. And I reached out to another fella because I read another book called The Time Ship, which is going to be the largest structure dedicated to life extension. So, and that structure, which is going to be $1 billion project, it's going to be underground, actually built underground. And so that was also funded by the Life Extension Foundation. And the CEOs of that foundation is Bill Falloon and Saul Kent, who I'm also inspired by. These are great men of great vision. So I wrote Stephen Valentine an email, and I talked to him over the phone. Eventually, I met him because he lives in New York also, and he gave me my late producer who passed away, Ron Isaacs, created the beat, and eventually we did the song, but we needed the money to master it. He actually gave us Stephen Valentine, the architect of the Time Ship, gave us the money to master it. The rest is history. And the Time Ship is going to have people, it'll be able to hold hundreds of people who are going to be cryopreserved. I like to use medical time travel instead of cryonics. I like medical time travel better because I believe that time travel will first exist through medicine first, not through going through a physical spaceship and moving at the speed of light, moving faster than the speed of light. I think that we'll travel through time first through medical time travel, quote unquote cryonics. So, and also the time travel will be able to house all these different companies, companies that'll be doing research. It'll be underground, a lot of security measures, placed in a place that doesn't have a lot of natural disasters. So I started working on an album called Betrayal One in Hip Hop State. And in the middle of that, my producer died, Ron Isaacs. And so that took me back, you know, because it's hard to find somebody of that caliber who will work with you without having so much money. You know, he was just a great producer. You can't find that. He was an older cat, serious about his body of work. He just didn't make beats in one hour and say, yeah, we got it. He was a great producer. It takes time to create something that's great. A lot of the young people don't understand that, but things don't. When you're trying to create something that's great, it doesn't happen overnight. And one other thing is when I went to go meet Ray Kurzweil, I went with Shirt King Fade. Now, if you know who Shirt King Fade, you know your history in hip hop. Shirt King Fade is a graffiti artist. He's the one that did my room. That's why my room is on graffiti. I didn't know who he was when I first met him. I just wanted somebody to do my room. Then I was educated. He was the first person to put graffiti on shirts. He did graffiti shirts for everybody that you can think of in the culture. He looked out and did my room, and it's beautiful. You know, so shout out to Shirt King Fade. Shout out to Ray Kurzweil. Ray Kurzweil was one of the first people I was exposed to in futurism, life extension. And so I just wanted to share that with you so you can get a glimpse on how I got exposed to the life extension. And maybe you can go look them up and maybe you will be inspired. Maybe we can create a nation of hip hoppers that are not just from one cut from one cloth, but we can get some diversity in the culture. Because if all the cultures trying to be one thing, we're not going to expand the culture. We got to expand this thing. You know what I'm saying? To another level, and we could take our creativity and bring it into some of us who want to be hip hoppers and scientists. We could take that same creativity and apply it there. Then we can see some then we can see the culture take it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully I can inspire a bunch of y'all, what I'm saying, to you know, want to be hip hoppers, but also want to fight aging, which is we believe is a disease. Okay, so yeah, this is Super Longevity Institute. Live long enough to live forever, Part 2. One love, y'all. Stay safe. Use your protective gear, your gloves. Um, get your face shield. Get your face shield. Get your mask. And also carry some sanitizer. And during this pandemic, stay indoors. Do social distancing. And to the healthcare workers all around the world, stay strong. You know what I'm saying? What we're doing is humane, is beyond money because they can't pay us to risk our lives in these hospitals. There's not enough money. You can't put no dollar signs for what we do. No matter if you're the engineer, how the cleaning people, uh, nurses, doctors, whatever you do in the hospital, transporters, whatever you do in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? Your value, and there's no amount of money right now that can that they can give you. You know what I'm saying? To risk your life. You're risking your life every day. Just taking a bus to go to work, you're risking your life. Because people are not even abiding by the rules. You know what I'm saying? So, kiss your loved ones. Stay indoors. Try to help the elderly. You know what I'm saying? If they need any help, try to help them. If they need groceries, try to run around and, you know what I'm saying, help them. And I'll see you again next time. Super Longevity Institute, Home Betrayal, peace and love.